Hi everyone, my name is Camilo. I'm a filmmaker from London, and today I'm going to be taking over the Creative Shore Instagram to answer some questions about thinking outside the box. Right, so to me, thinking outside the box is when you tackle a problem or a concept with a solution that has a different perspective and is unconventional. Can I create good content on my phone? Of course you can. A lot of people think they need the most expensive camera, they need some microphones and whatever to make good content, but it's all down to how you tell your story, how you make it look, composition, sound, editing. So this really depends on my inspiration. A lot of the times I see something really cool and then I give it a go and see what happens. And then I actually find out I want to do something else with it, and then I end up coming up with a completely different video than I thought so at the beginning. Other times I like to combine different concepts. For example, in this video here, I combined my love of cardistry and doing flips with cards with filmmaking, handheld B-roll, and I came up with something like this. Creative Shore suggested that I go live so that I answer the remaining questions, because I got a lot of them on my phone on my account. So I just thought, go live and answer some of the questions. One of the ones that I was kind of thinking about a lot was what should a photographer or videographer do when the work they create through the act of thinking outside the box isn't really understood or accepted by the people that are around him or her? And it's quite a valid question. I mean, in this kind of creative industry with photography and videos, you're gonna find sometimes that people don't really understand what you're doing. If you think about art, like contemporary art, like if I watch contemporary art, I don't really know what I'm watching. But so there are some people that actually really understand how things are, and it's the same thing with videography and photography. Sometimes you have to wait and find the people that like your stuff to come to you, and then other times you kind of have to just ignore those that don't really understand your stuff. Ultimately, if you like posting certain stuff or making certain pieces of content, just carry on doing it if it makes you happy. So I think that answers the question. Oh man, there are people here that I know that are joining. Okay, I have them written down, but I'm just seeing if there's any new ones. Okay. How can I be a professional like you? Heart emoji. If by professional this person means professionally do videos, then the usual process is you get good at your craft, be that photos or videos, and then you make a portfolio. You post that portfolio everywhere. Have a website, have social media, and then the routine is that you end up reaching out to brands and businesses, offering your services, and then you should get work like that. That's kind of the routine. The other way to go is you actually get into the industry for an actual job, like an editor or a DP somewhere. But yeah, and if by professional you mean professional looking videos, got some questions. Then that's just down to how things are shot, composed, etc. What's the most outside of the box idea that you've had, and how did that idea come to you? Actually, I already posted on the story, but the one about the cards and doing everything with one hand. I'll just play it here. This video here that I posted on my page, that was very outside the box. Like, I've never done anything like this. And how did it come to me? I've always liked cardistry and playing with cards and doing flourishes and stuff. And a long time ago, I was making a lot of videos about cardistry and magic, and I think that's kind of what got me into filming and then editing, as well as Call of Duty montages. But recently I thought, I want to try to film myself, like, because I've learned a lot more about cinematography and filmmaking. I want to make something look really, really cool. So I thought, oh, I can do this. Oops, I can do this thing where you just spray you spread the cards, and then you get a card and you kind of like move it around. But then I was like, wait, I don't want it to just be locked up on a tripod. I want to actually have some movement. Then I was thinking, how do I actually do both? I really hold a camera handheld, like the camera's quite big. So quite difficult, but I had a cage and a handle, and I just decided to just give it a go, and then I realized, I mean, it was quite hard. It took me quite a few tries, but also I realized that I can actually make it look really good if I just follow the movement. So that's kind of how, I guess that's out of the box. I haven't done anything like that. If you look at my videos before that, it was all just like photos and stuff that I've done for clients and whatnot. What are the major challenges that we face creating content? Major challenges that we face creating content. I feel like a challenge that a lot of people face is trying to be original. I mean, I try to be original a lot, but I realized that sometimes it's okay to base the stuff that you do on other things. Like for example, I post videos and then I post the behind the scenes of how I do it, and I didn't come up with that. I saw a lot of people doing that, but they're obviously unique to my videos. So I guess being unique is one thing. Coming up with, yeah, I guess that's also being unique, coming up with new stuff. Maybe like getting the feedback that we want. Like everyone wants to get like, you know, a lot of positive feedback, reinforcement for what they do, but sometimes you make a photo and then nothing happens. But I guess it just depends on the audience that you have. Other challenges. Other challenges that we face as creators. I think finding your voice is probably one of the things as well, because I feel like this with my stuff, but I find that the stuff that I'm doing, I'm becoming like almost like another copy and paste of somebody else that makes videos and photos. So finding your own voice with the stuff that you do is quite difficult. I mean, a lot of the very famous creators that we all know in different niches, be that filmmaking, photography, music, I don't know, podcasts, they all have their specific voice. Well, actually a podcast does, because it's a podcast. But yeah, they all have their unique voice, and I feel like it just comes from really just being yourself and putting out the stuff that is genuine to you, like I did with these cards and with videos of going to Venice with my girlfriend, and photos of my local area. I found that was kind of my voice. Like this is where I live, this is my scene, this is what's going on. So yep. Okay, so I've written some of the questions that I also got. Let's see. What is the ratio of time spent inside and outside the box? Hilarious, because it's outside the box. I think 90% of the time I'm inside the box, and by box I mean my room, and the other 10% I'm sleeping. So there you go. There's your answer, mate. How do you stay motivated? How do I stay motivated? Probably not the best advice, but I try to overwhelm myself with stuff. I try to like take on as many projects, take on as many challenges. You know, I work 9 to 5, but I also do a YouTube channel, and I also want to create stuff. I'm also editing a documentary, a salsa documentary, with the company that I work for, my dad's company, called DKD21 Media. So that's already a huge task that I'm doing on top of other stuff. And the way that motivates me is that it keeps me having to do stuff. It keeps me like I can't slack off, basically. And yeah, it's probably really bad advice actually, but it motivates me. I'm like, okay, cool, I have to do this. I have to, and there are also projects that I really enjoy. So I have to do this documentary because I enjoy it. I have to do this YouTube channel because I enjoy it. So I'm motivated to just do stuff. What else? What actually motivates me? Books motivate me. Gary Vee stuff motivates me. Seeing other people doing similar things to me and succeeding, that motivates me as well. So yeah. I got another one. It's saying, what's the secret to an inspiring feed? I don't know if my feed's inspiring. I don't know about that. I just do the stuff that I find inspiring. So, like I said, I do behind the scenes stuff, photos, videos. I don't know. I don't try to make a feed that's inspiring. But thanks for the question. But yeah, I don't have anything else to say, so I'm gonna end it here. Thank you everybody for joining. Thank you for the questions, and there's other stuff on the story, and if you have anything else, we can post it on the stories later. But yeah,